Welcome back to the Creative Boom podcast with your host, Katie Cowan. Up next is Anna Jacks, a freelance illustrator based in Bristol whose work is full of shape, colour, pattern and inclusivity. Anna's originally from the Isle of Man and went to Falmouth University to study illustration. She then did a master's in visual communications at Bath Spa before graduating in 2015. She's always worked as a freelancer and has since picked up clients such as Facebook, Nike and the Washington Post. I headed down to Bristol in my camper van to meet Anna and find out more. She kindly invited me to her apartment, which is full of artworks, trinkets and colourful furnishing. Here's what we had to say. I'm here in wonderful Bristol with my next guest, Anna Jacks. Hello. Hello. We're having a little laugh because we've just had a bit of a funny walk up a hill. I was sweating because I was wearing my big Jon Snow coat. But basically I hired a meeting room in a lovely building. And it just ended up being a bit too noisy, didn't it?
Yeah.
We were like,
too many mumbles.
Too many mumbles through the wall. And they were lovely, but we were like, yeah, we've got to make sure this is a nice recording. So and then we've just gone on a sort of magical mystery tour through Bristol, through the beautiful winding streets up a hill.
Yeah.
And I was out of breath. I thought, blimey, kept like walking past all these locals, didn't we? And they were sort of giving me quizzical looks, and I was like, bloody hell, I wonder if they can spot an outsider a mile off, because if they're walking up a hill and out of breath, they're clearly not from round here. Not from round here, are you? Or they don't speak like that round here, do they? No. Everyone. We were talking about accents as well, weren't we? How annoying it is when people from outside of Bristol in the southwest come in and start going, ooh-are, ooh-are.
I've always had that with because obviously Isle of Man, like northern twang. I don't know if I have it to you, but like a lot of people are always like, you're from up north.
It's weird, often, isn't it? What do they say it in a kind of negative way?
They just copy it. You know, that classic, like, if you say one word and then they'll be like tongue, apparently I say tongue wrong.
Tongue.
Apparently it's tongue.
Tongue. Oh, no, you don't say tongue.
Or the other way around, something like that.
Not if you're from up north. If you don't, from around here, if you say tongue, that's fine. But up north, we say tongue, don't we?
Tongue, yeah.
Wrong tongue, scone, or is it
and
scone?
Bath as well, I always say bath. But everyone here's like bath.
Bath.
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't that the Queen's English? You have to say
probably.
Bath. I take a bath at 9 o'clock and then I have a gin. Yeah, it's lovely. So you were originally from the Isle of Man, but I had to ask you this because you do sound like you're from here. But you went to Falmouth University, is that right?
Yeah, which is mostly southern people.
Yes.
I think I don't even remember having any northern friends.
Really?
I think they're all southern.
It's a long way to go if you're a creative from up north. But I was talking to Craig Oldham, the designer from Yorkshire, the other day, and he went to Falmouth, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He said he rocked up in his grey tracksuit, liking football, and everybody else was really
What's he doing? Yeah. In their like desert boots from Clark's and like sheepskin coats. That's what everyone wore when I went.
Really?
Yeah.
When was that? What year was that?
I went in 2012 to 2015 it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what they were wearing in my day, but it was very sort of 90s, 1997, 98.
That's come back now though, that fashion.
Has it?
Yeah. I feel
God.
In Bristol everyone wears flared trousers and big buffalo like triple soled shoes and stuff like that. Like, really
I love
chunky.
it. I'm trying to remember what I wore. I wore big pink fluffy jumpers and like space age kind of silver dresses, which were absolutely tiny because I was just obsessed with Bjork, and I was like, right, I'm just going to dress like her. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, it's been a long time since I graduated, but it's not been so long for you. What brought you to Bristol?
It was mainly, so right after we moved from Falmouth, I went back to the Isle of Man for like 3 months because I did an artist residency at primary school, which was nice. It was only 3 months long, but it was cute. It was just like easy 8 o'clock till 3 hours. And then I had my weekends back and stuff, which I hadn't had for years.
Yeah.
And then after I did that residency, because that was making a mural in a school that was chopped up bits of PDF that were painted and stuff, and I thought,
Beautiful.
I'd quite like to do a master so I can explore different areas of just different materials really.
Yeah.
So because I looked at the Bristol MA and I kind of didn't like the look of it, but I liked the look of the Bath one, so we decided to come here, and then for a year I was like going backwards and forwards from Bath.
Gosh.
Yeah. which was good. It was really nice, but I probably could have got the same experience at Bristol without paying for all of the travel.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose it would have been a big commitment going back and forth. But...
Yeah, it was just a bit of a faff to go in for like an hour in the morning for a certain thing and then have to come back to Bristol. But it was really nice, and I met a lot of really cool people. So
yeah, Bath and Bristol are pretty close, aren't they? And
yeah, but very different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah,
Bath is sort of probably the grown-up sibling, isn't it? The one that's kind of like a little bit more refined. And no offence to Bristol's, and no offence to Bath either. You know, I would say Bristol's a bit
I
cooler.
prefer Bristol. Yeah, it's funner.
Yeah, it's a bit more young, isn't it? And I was in a restaurant last night in Cheddar, actually, in a nice Thai restaurant, and there was a woman in there saying how she used to live in Bristol but couldn't bear to live there anymore because she said it had just worn her down. I was like, gosh, that's interesting to hear. You normally hear people say that about London. 2 years, so
it's like, maybe there's still time for that.
Maybe it's the hills. Maybe they just start having dreams about them. You're like walking up one day and then you just have to sort of hold onto a wall and hold a knee and go, I can't take this anymore. Take me back to the Isle of Man. Oh, so you weren't tempted to go back home then? Is there
Not
never
at all. That's the main reason I went to Falmouth, to be honest. Like, I originally wanted to go to Amsterdam.
Wow.
And my mum was like, no, that's too far.
Yeah. So the compromise.
Which actually, I think it would have been easier for me to go to Amsterdam and fly back home than it would have been to travel from Falmouth back home, because it was a nightmare.
What do you have to do? How do you get from Falmouth to the Isle of Man? Is it like go up to Bristol Airport or?
Well, that was definitely an option that I never even knew existed before. So I used to always either get the train up to London and fly back, or eventually I was travelling to Newquay, which was a nightmare because public transport in Cornwall was hideous.
Really?
Yeah, it was really slow. It was horrible to get to Newquay Airport from Falmouth. And then there was one time that I got the train all the way from Falmouth up to Liverpool, and then I got the ferry from Liverpool back, which was like, it must have been more than 12 hours of travel.
My goodness. It's crazy, isn't it, to think about it in this day and age?
Yeah.
It's like I just wanted to go from Manchester to Leeds the other day, and the options were drive, which takes, just over an hour if you're lucky with the traffic, or you get a train, and I think the train's about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm sure there'll be people who correct me on this, but yeah, the train is like an hour and 40, and I was like, this is crazy. This is like Manchester and Leeds, they're literally neighbours, why
it
should
shouldn't take this long?
It takes 2 hours to get to London.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're going to spend all that money on HS2, but then I suppose that's about capacity,
that sounds
isn't it?
like, is that a good idea? I think it sounds like a good idea. I don't have that many thoughts.
I don't have a strong opinion about it. I kind of think anything that kind of improves the infrastructure, it's just whether they're spending the money in the right place. I don't know. I know that they're going to try and sort of improve things up north, but oh gosh, that's a whole other podcast, isn't it? And this isn't creative politics.
Just talk about the north.
I can get quite sort of, I can get a little bit too determined talking about, joining things up. But I'm a hypocrite because I went to Liverpool for the first time in ages with a bunch of friends who were all. We all meet up. I don't know if you have that here, but we call it Ladies Who Lunch, which is...
I've heard if there's a wine one.
Ladies Wine Design.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jessica Walsh's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she started that a couple of years ago, and my friend Danny and Talia, they basically run the one in Manchester. And it's very successful. They just had a really lovely event on Wednesday. Cool. Massive amounts of people turned up, both men and women, which was nice. And it works really well. But on the offshoot of that, we have a Ladies Who Lunch, and we all meet up now and again and have lunch and chat. And I can't remember what my point was now.
I don't know.
Just go off on
Sounds
these
nice
tangents. It's really nice. Oh yeah, and we had a day out. We went to Liverpool, and I just said to my friends, because it takes, I think it's about 15 minutes from Victoria. It's about 20 minutes, maybe not that. I was like, I didn't know about this. I could come to Liverpool all the time. It's just ridiculous. Liverpool's a great city as well. I do love the north. I love London as well, and I love Bristol, and I love all of the UK really, but I have a fondness for the north.
I don't really like London anymore.
Really?
I used to think when I was in college, like it was the one place that really got pushed to, you need to go to London to do well. You need to go to London to have a good career and stuff like that. And when I was younger, I used to really, really love it. And then the older I've got, when I go, I just want to leave immediately. I just don't enjoy it at all. I don't mind if I'm there to visit friends and then they take me to places. Sorry. But yeah, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's nice to sort of pop in and pop out. I mean, there'll be people listening to this saying, "Well, are you mad? London's amazing."
Yeah, I know.
I think it's one of those things, you either love it and you stay there for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Or it's just something that you appreciate for flying visits, maybe.
Yeah. I like to go meet people there and do like little fun things. But yeah, I also like to come back to Bristol straight after.
Is it your favourite city, Bristol, or?
Probably. I have not been to that many cities in the UK.
You've not travelled a lot?
Not in the UK, no.
What's your favourite city overall in the world? Have you travelled that much?
I really, not massively, but I really, really liked Copenhagen.
Yeah, Copenhagen's
And we
beautiful.
went to Vienna last year and I loved Vienna as well.
Oh, the buildings. I've never been. I've actually never been to
pretty.
Vienna. I'm hoping to go there in my camper van this summer.
Yeah, go in summer, not winter.
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. It'll be a bit snowy and I don't think we've got winter tyres on yet. So, oh gosh. I just want to run up a hill and sort of start singing and sort of, see all the beautiful meadows and all the beautiful mountains and travel through Switzerland as well. And
yeah, I want to do all that. It's like for winter, I kind of have this preference for winter holidays instead of summer holidays. And we're looking into trying to like fly to Innsbruck and then get the train to Salzburg.
Oh, yeah.
And then back on to Vienna because we really liked it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I'd love to do that just because of the snow, the landscape's really nice.
I've got a couple of friends in Innsbruck, so
oh, nice.
You have to let me know when
really
you go.
Pretty, yeah.
I'll get you some tips. So, would you call yourself a city girl? What was your upbringing like? Where?
No, not at all, probably, because the Isle of Man's really small and really country, like lots of beaches and foresty areas for
Sounds
walks.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's really, really nice. It's just really, really small. And I think the creative industry there, and I hope no one from the Isle of Man listens to this, but I feel like it's really far behind.
Yeah.
Especially in terms of using illustration. I don't think it doesn't. I've done some work for a couple of clients there, and the pay is like quite abysmal.
Oh dear.
And asking for more is like there's not that much understanding.
Well, this is why we all move to the cities, isn't it?
Yeah.
We go to kind of these creative clusters, which are becoming more and more. Bristol's one of them.
Yeah.
And it's quite right. Nothing to worry about really. It's just the way it goes. I think if you wanted to, if you made a kind of really successful career for yourself and the call of home ever did come, but looking at your face, you're like,
I don't think it is. I don't think if my mum listens to this, she's going to be so heartbroken. No. But it's just not, but it never really was there. Even when I loved growing up there and I love visiting now, but I just never really, I knew I never wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
And I love Falmouth as well. And Cornwall, because it was quite similar, like it was small and there was beaches and walks and stuff, but even that felt too isolated.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to, because even Falmouth is a creative place because of students, but I don't think there's that many creative like agencies. There are a few,
but again, it's a cute small place, isn't it?
Yeah. So being in Bristol, it's like, oh yeah, there's loads of people here, and there's events happening, and I'm in a shared space with other illustrators, which is really nice.
Oh, you must be in your element, just skipping off to the studio in the morning, literally rolling down the hill here, and then plodding back up. Well, mind you weren't even breaking a sweat. I had to take my Jon Snow coat off.
I have to walk all the time.
I was like, is it much further? It's great. I love it. I mean, you're a girl after my own heart. I grew up in a very small village and couldn't wait to get out. Sorry, mum and dad. And just wanted to go and live somewhere a bit kind of more energetic. And when I was growing up, there didn't really feel like there were too many bohemians like me, if that makes sense. It sounds so pretentious and silly, but you know what I mean? I just didn't feel there were too many of my type of people.
Yeah.
The quirky.
From where you lived.
Yes. Yeah. It was.
agree.
It's a cute place. It was very nice, and I still know quite a lot of people back there. A lot of people have moved away though for probably very similar reasons, to get work and go and live somewhere with a bit more character and soul. But then there's always this, for me, there's always this kind of draw, this pull in the gut where you kind of just want to go back home and be near your family. And my lovely husband, who's very sensible and very down to earth. Just always reminds me that we're literally only 40 minutes drive away. So
yeah, well, that's kind of this, like, it's worse for the environment because it's a plane, but it might, theoretically, it's only like 40-minute plane journey.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but it is.
Do you have a car?
I don't drive.
Well, there you go then. So,
but
you know,
even
you
if I
balance
could, I'd
things
have
out.
to drive up to Liverpool. Oh, right, yeah, no, I see what you mean. Like,
Yeah, you'd have to go to Liverpool, what, and catch a ferry?
Yeah.
Ferry? A ferry? Catch a ferry? I haven't had my cup of tea yet. I've been running around.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't drink tea. We've got mint tea, that's all.
Oh, no, it's fine. So I'll explain to the listeners. We're in Anna's flat. She's very kindly brought me up the hill here because we were in this meeting room, which was a bit loud, wasn't it? And we had to sort of come up the hill. Yeah. And I was laughing, saying, I can't sweat, because I spent the night in my camper van in Cheddar, in a campsite in Cheddar, and they didn't really have very nice showers, so I had to proper baby wipe it up, and I'm so embarrassed about today. Oh gosh, it's one of those things, whenever you've like got something to do, when you've got to run around and meet people, it always turns into some sort of, you know, Frank Spencer episode, doesn't it? I mean, you're probably too young to know who Frank Spencer is. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm like coming out with all these kind of cultural references and you're like, what? So what have we got on the walls here? We've got some of your work. What's this lovely
That was from something I did on my MA. Yeah. It was about mental health.
Oh, okay.
And I did this whole thing about there was this, I can't remember the book that I read now, but there's this theory about if adults play more, the more adults play, the more flexible they become in their day-to-day life. So they're more equipped to deal with things that kind of get in the way of their schedule or things that don't go your way.
Yeah.
And then if you don't play as often, then theoretically you're more rigid, which means if, you know, things bounce into your schedule that you're not so used to, you kind of panic and freeze and you're not very well equipped to deal with that type thing. It was really interesting. So the final project I did for my master's was these sculptures that could move and like were easily flexible, and ones that were more rigid that you had to sort of like build and put together. And they were all meant to be sort of playing figures. Yeah. So it was meant to encourage adults to play. Yeah. And it's sort of like a test to see how open they were to playing.
And what happened?
I didn't manage to do the workshop, which is pretty sad. Yeah, no. But I did like case studies and stuff. So the final project was sort of these videos of how all the stuff worked. But something that was really fun about that was the one that I made that was flexible. It was loads of these sort of big wooden circles that were hinged together that you could move.
Oh, wow.
And I put it in a tip in Bath at the end because I couldn't bring it here because it was too big. It's probably stretched out to the same length of this room. Yeah. And in summer last year, I was walking down Stokes Croft, which is where we've just come from.
Yes.
And it was outside Hamilton House, so I don't know if like people in Bristol listen
to this. They must have saved it, yeah.
Yeah. And there was just there's a lot of homeless people that sell outside of Hamilton House sometimes. And the guy had it as his like selling platform with all the stuff that he'd made on this, and it was really nice to see. And like stood and chatted with him for a little bit. And
I was going to say, did you go up and ask him?
This? Yeah, and he didn't. There was no answer to where he got it, but it was still pretty cool.
Yeah. It's nice to know that it went on and had a new life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're right about us adults. Sometimes we get bogged down, don't we, and forget to sort of play and be creative. And
it was really interesting. I'm really glad that I did it, and I think it's probably because I felt like that at the time.
Oh, really?
Maybe. Yeah. So it was interesting to read, like, because I think there was a good 2 or 3 years of stress.
And like doing your degree,
just like family stuff, like going wrong, and like. We had a friend that was really mentally unwell as well, like going on through that year, who sadly we lost.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
So I think I'd kind of lost sight of, other than illustration. I think this happens a lot with illustrators as well, though, like where drawing was your hobby and you kind of go into it as a career, you sort of lose it as a hobby. And then I sort of saw myself... Like reflecting now, I kind of lost interest in a lot of things. So I wasn't going to concerts. I wasn't like going to the cinema anymore. I I didn't really have, like, you know, when you go for jobs and you meet new people and they're like, what do you do? Like, what do you like to do for fun? And there was like a good few years where I was like, I don't know what I do for fun because I just work.
Yeah.
So doing that project was really like beneficial, I think, for myself. It kind of reading that stuff made me realise, I don't play.
Yeah.
I don't do that. And maybe that's why I do get stressed really quickly, or I find it hard when something goes a way I don't want it to in my job. I like get really like uptight and about it.
Yeah.
So that project was really beneficial.
Kind of just made you hit reset a little bit.
Yeah, I wish I knew the title of the book so I could say what it was.
We can find out afterwards, and I'll put a link in the description. But I completely relate to that, because I kind of got, I think somebody asked me, they were like, what are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? And I was really stumped.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's horrible when it happens.
I was
You're like, oh God, I've
not
got any interest.
No, I do Creative Boom. And then I kind of started to really think about addressing that, because I had probably spent, and this sounds really depressing, and it's probably, I probably wasn't as bad as I'm making out. I'm sure I've been to the cinema during that time, and I'm sure I've gone out for runs, and I'm sure I've done plenty of stuff with friends, of course. But yeah, I realised for 10 years I've just worked really hard.
Yeah.
And kind of just slowly but surely lost touch with new music that's coming out.
Yeah.
I'd probably only been to a couple of gigs during that time. It's quite depressing.
It's the worst thing.
It's
like,
horrible.
It's so sad. Like when you look back and you think like, because when you're younger, it was let's go to festivals, let's go to gigs, let's go see this new film, let's do this. And I just as soon as I went to university, like just completely stopped all of that. And I think it's because I thought, you know, there's that weird thing in the creative industry where it's like, you've got to keep grinding and like this hustle and blah. I hate like these buzzwords, like I find them really
they're really annoying.
I think they do the opposite of what's good for you. But and it wasn't until I think this year when all the new films came out for the Oscar nominations, and me and Dan were like, we need to go and see every single film. And it was so nice to do that, and I haven't done that in so long.
What was your favourite film?
I don't know, we talk about this a lot in the studio. It's too hard to... I think The Lighthouse or Parasite were like...
Oh, okay. I haven't seen...
Very, very close.
I haven't seen either of them yet, so I'm
really
definitely
good.
looking forward to Parasite.
Yeah.
I love a Korean film.
I didn't know what to expect from Parasite, so I didn't really walk in expecting to like it. But I loved it.
Was it really unexpected, the plot?
It was for me because I didn't watch the trailer.
Right.
Or know anything about it. I've never watched any of his films before, so I didn't...
Love that.
Know anything.
I love that, going into a movie and not knowing what it's about, and then you're just like taken away into this. I mean, I kind of knew what the Joker was about, but I didn't know it was going to be, you know, the way it was. So I won't give it away.
Yeah.
But go and watch that. That is, I don't think it's on in the cinema anymore, but when it comes out, I advise you watch that. That's pretty. Oh wow! I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is just
really
amazing,
good,
isn't
he?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, just amazing. I mean, he's so emaciated in it. He's so tiny.
Yeah, he looks horrible. I think that's the point though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He looks horrible.
But the genius of that role is that you are on his side. You understand. And I think that's when it's wonderful, when a director and an actor can, and everybody in between can make you feel that way about a, you know, evil genius. Well,
I think that's the interesting thing about Parasite as well, is that like it's sort of like this class difference, which
makes you open up your mind.
Well, it makes you wonder which side you should be on, I think. Not that there should be sides, but it's very interesting.
But there are, because it's human nature, isn't it? Humans can be very, go back to the old ancient times of dwelling in caves. You know, when you're sort of a woman in a shop and you can see in the corner of your eye, there's this girl who's got a size 10 dress, and you're stood next to the dresses. And it is a very fleeting, probably a very primal thing, where you think, oh, there's a size 10 here, and she's looking for a size 10. I'm gonna take it, even though I don't like the red floral patterns. And then you think, what? Chimp brain, what are you doing? And you'll just go, are you looking for this? And I'll go, oh yes. And I'm like, here you go.
What was I thinking?
Your kind of more rational brain kicks in. But do you know what I mean? We have those little silly moments all the time, and we're just like, ugh, it's a weird thing. Humans can be strange. I can be strange a lot of the time. So Bristol, I love this city. I think it's somewhere I could have come and settled. I ended up staying in Manchester for various reasons, but I just feel there's a real lovely creative spirit down here that is, it really appeals. So have you always been a freelancer, or have you worked for other people?
No, well, I've never really worked for other people. I mean, I did like straight out of uni, and through uni as well, I was working at a chip shop.
Great.
So I had to keep that up until 2017 when I went and did the artist residency, and then I did the masters pretty much because I thought that I could do that and get a maintenance grant so I didn't have to work so that I could freelance. And then I didn't realise how much work the masters was going to be. So last year and this year will be the first, like last year was my first time freelancing full time.
Fantastic.
And this year I'm obviously going into doing that now. But I had applied for in-house jobs before, like straight out of uni. And one of them was like, they just wanted me to do a bunch of different styles, which I think is quite common for in-house illustration.
Right.
Which I was just like, nope, don't want to do that.
Don't want to be having...
Don't want to do that.
Yeah. Like a fence around your creativity.
Yeah, I just... And then the second one was for this kids' clothing place. And it was an in-house designer to do like kids' clothing, which was, I loved the idea of it. I thought it'd be really cool because I've always been into fashion, and I know kids wear isn't exactly like high fashion runway stuff, but I was really interested in it. But they offered me the position and then said that I wouldn't be able to take any client work on outside of that job. And I was just kind of like, no, again, I don't want to do that. And I think I just kept saying no to every in-house thing I applied for. So eventually I just thought it's not going to work. I need to try and do the freelance thing. So,
So you want to be free.
Yeah, so that was... And then I moved into the studio space I think it was a bit like October 2018, which is the first time I've been in a studio, which is really, really nice. And I really like everyone in there. I love how your face lights up every time you mention it. It's great. It's just really nice. I just feel really lucky to be in a studio because I've always worked from home. I know loads of people do work from home, and it's just, I found it unbearable.
Yeah, it's
and it was also just really bad. Like I had a really bad problem with working. We used to have a dining table there, so I did used to work on a table there. But when we were in Falmouth, we were in a teeny tiny flat, and I always used to sit on the sofa or sit in a bed. And my posture just like, it killed my back. I had to go and like have osteopath appointments and stuff to fix it. It was awful.
And now you've got a proper desk.
And now I've got a desk and I've got a proper chair.
And you know all about how to sort of, make sure you've got that kind of curve in your back.
Yeah, I've got my special chair now.
And have you done the thing where you put your arms straight out so it's coming from your shoulder straight out?
No, I've not
and
done
you
that.
should be able to, at the tip of the end of your fingers, you should be able to touch the screen.
Right.
And the screen should be no further away than that.
Right.
And you need to make sure that the top of the screen is at eye level.
Okay.
And
which mine is. I have it on a little elevated platform.
That's fine. Just make sure the whole point is you've got to make sure that you're not pushing your neck forward, leaning forward with your neck, and making sure that you're not sort of tilting your head back. Just make it's common sense. I mean, you've just got to sit up straight so that you've got a curve in your spine, and sometimes use a roll-up towel and put it in the space, so it forces you to put your shoulders back where they should be, so that you're not rolling your shoulders forward.
Yeah, that's what I struggle with, because that's what my shoulder.
Yeah, and you find yourself eventually going like this, moving your head closer and closer to the screen.
So I have to check myself and go back.
If you do that over very many years, you'll end up like I am, and you'll end up having neck problems. So if anyone's listening and they've got really bad posture, don't be frightened. But please look at your posture and look at some videos online about how to sit properly.
Yeah.
Your feet must be flat on the floor. You're listening, listeners. Your feet must be flat on the floor, and you've got to try and do a 90-degree angle with your knees and your thighs and your calves, right? And you've just got to be like this, but relaxed as well.
Yeah, but that's
really
the worst
hard.
Part of it, because when because I've actually had it again recently this year, and it's got better now compared to how it was. But
neck pain,
not neck, kind of like shoulder here.
Here, right. Do you use a mouse or
no?
Is it a sort of pen?
It's Wacom, yeah.
Wacom. So you're doing that a lot. You're moving your arm around.
I am, but what it is that I'm right-handed, but all the pain goes here, and I think it's because I lean. But that it would get worse because I knew it was there, and then I would be constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, because it's always this little niggle, and it's amazing how the human body can just sort of, you know, compartmentalize, and it'll just sort of go, okay, this is your new level of standard.
Yeah.
I felt really sad because I was like, is this what it's like as you get older? You just get all these niggles and pains. And I used to hate it when older people would say to me, oh, you just wait until you get to 40 and things start going wrong. I'm like,
yeah, but I mean, I feel like mine went wrong even when I was in Falmouth and I was 20, it must have been 22.
Yeah, me too.
And it's because no one talks about it.
Yeah.
I never knew that I had to pay attention. I never knew that I should be getting, well, I probably did know, but I never thought it was really important to get up from my desk halfway through the day and go for a walk. And it's made a massive difference.
What's that technique called? I always get the name wrong. Is it the Pompadour technique?
I've not heard about that.
I need to look that up. People are going to be rolling their eyes going, you've got that completely wrong, Katie. But what it is it's like a timer, and I think it's 25 minutes.
Oh, no, I've heard about this really recently.
It works.
I listened to a podcast with Joe Lycett.
Yes.
And he said that he does that. Yeah, so he works 25-minute intervals throughout the day.
Yeah.
Which is a bit mad. I don't think I could get anything done, but then he said
it's amazing.
He gets more done.
Because you know when you've got a job that you don't want to do and it's just there and you sometimes leave it for 5 days and you know the client's going to be waiting for it and you just cannot be bothered. You just cannot. Your whole body and soul is saying no. So my husband started using this technique because he's got loads of work on at the moment. He always has, actually, to be fair. He's a software developer, so they're in high demand, and he has been doing this technique and it's just been working really well for him. So I was like, okay, I'm a bit cynical about these things at first. I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a whirl. And I sat down with this project that I've been putting off. And I said, right, 25 minutes and I'll make sure I've done that chunk.
Yeah.
And by the end of the 25 minutes, I'd done the first chunk and halfway through the second. And then what you do is you get up, you have a break. And I can't remember how long it is. I think it's about a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
And I use that time to go downstairs. I'll be stretching myself out. Yeah. I'll kind of, have a little herbal tea, or in my case, often a naughty cup of tea. Because I have about 8 cups of tea a day.
Oh my God.
You know when people say...
I'm not a tea drinker.
Oh my God. I can have them before bed and still sleep.
I've just never been into it. I like herbal teas.
Yes.
And I like coffee a lot, but that's a problem.
I don't do coffee.
I love coffee so much, but it's really bad.
How many do you have a day?
I try to stick to 2 now.
Right.
But it usually will be 3.
Right.
But when I first moved into the studio, it would creep up sometimes to like 4, maybe 5.
Yeah.
And that's only because I always have one when I wake up, but then we've got a filter pot in the studio. So it's like if we put one on, everyone's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Your whole studio just fills with this gorgeous smell.
Yeah, exactly.
So freelancing for about 18 months then, would you say?
Full time, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. How's it going?
Really well, which is really nice. I think...
You sound surprised by that.
I am surprised. Well, because I guess it's scary, isn't it?
Absolutely terrifying.
It's really scary, and I don't know whether... I mean, me doing well sort of coincided with signing to Closer and Closer.
So is this an illustration agency?
Yeah, so the American one that I'm with. And I signed with them in March 2019. I think that's last
year.
Sorry, my brain.
No, it's all right.
In terms of years, it's like so muddled.
It's all that coffee.
But they kind of... Because I think before then I was doing well and I kind of resisted signing to an agent, and because I thought I had it all under control, and I'm quite stubborn. And I don't like that. I hated the idea of someone sort of controlling what I do, which is stupid because they're not controlling in any way. But Closer and Closer, really, the budget, the fees just went up like triple to how I ever charged things.
Wow.
So
you can command a higher fee.
I can, but also I think that that's just the value of illustration, but I never knew it.
This is a conversation that I'm coming across again and again. People do not know how to charge for their work.
And it's more as well, like, I mean, I think the very last commission that I'd got before signing with Closer and Closer, I'd sort of reached a point where I was like, okay, I understand licensing now and how much I can charge for stuff and usage. And that was the last project that I think I managed to get up to like a big fee, and I was proud of myself when it got signed off and it went through, and I was like, yes.
Brilliant.
But I hadn't realised that probably most of the projects that I'd been doing prior to that should have been, I mean, I was working in the hundreds, whereas now it's like they should always be in the thousands.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't.
Gosh, that's quite a leap.
It is a leap. So signing with both JSR and Closer and Closer, all like last year, I had two things with Closer and Closer, and those 2 jobs on their own would have been enough
for you to survive, and make a decent living, and go to the cinema,
and
buy your coffee.
It's still a struggle because it's like the
go
whole
home,
saving
go see your mum.
Yeah, right. Because it's the whole like having to put money away and save, and like
you got to save. You got to think about your pensions.
Yeah.
Because when people think about putting out these day rates, they don't think about all these other things that they need to take into consideration.
Yeah.
So if like a potential client comes back and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, but we can't afford £200 a day," which I don't know what the average is in the industry, and it might be a job that takes that person 2 weeks in the end, and they've undercharged themselves and not thought about the fact that they've got to cover their rent or their mortgage or their their pension, their savings, all these things that we've got to start thinking about.
Exactly. It's
even
so
at the age of 27.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, but we've got to start saving. We can't just keep living like students for the rest of our lives.
So it's like, it's going really well because, and I don't want to like put out to people who are listening like you need an agent to do well. I don't want that at all. But
that's
it
worked for you.
definitely has made a massive difference. It's made me realise how much more my time and work is worth compared to before, which is really eye-opening and kind of a bit sad. I mean, it's fine because I'm happy that I had that client contact for that long, and I was good at meeting people and negotiating and like talking projects through and stuff. And I think that it's made me better at working now, but
it's something that we're never taught. It's almost like we leave university or school or whatever, and we're pushed out into this big sea on a raft, and somebody lobs some provisions at us, and they go, right, cheerio, see you later.
What do I do?
And you're like suddenly the dinghy has a hole in it, and you're like trying to desperately, repair the puncture, and you're putting the water out the boat, and it feels like that for a little while. And then all of a sudden, you just come across a little kind of bit of land, don't you?
Yeah.
You find your feet. I mean, I like my little weird analogies, but you find your feet, and you kind of think, oh yeah, okay, I'm getting there. I'm figuring this out. I mean, I hadn't got a clue what I was doing when I launched my own business when I was your age, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, I'm not going to sit here and try and figure out, given I haven't had a cup of tea yet today, try and figure out how long ago that was, or I don't think I personally really want to admit how long that was, but you just get on with it, don't you? You just learn these things as you go along. Yeah.
And I think I'm quite stubborn as well. I don't know if stubborn's the right word. Don't like admitting that I have a problem with saying I wouldn't want to go back to my family and be like, you were right, I couldn't do it. There's nothing worse to me than having to say something like that because most of my family were always sort of like, no, you can't, you shouldn't do something like that. You can't make a good living off of something like that. And one of the most satisfying things going back at Christmas was being, Dad, guess how much I earned last year? And him just being sort of like, oh God, you were
my accomplished daughter.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm so sorry. And not even that it was like an astonishing amount of money, but just to be able to
say that you'd made a decent wage.
Yeah, which is really nice.
I'm surprised we haven't cracked open the champagne. No, it's great though. It's brilliant. I mean, they say on average you've got to give it like 2 or 3 years before you get really established. So the fact that you've been doing this for, just over 18 months and you're in this situation, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Have you had the freelancer fear yet? That terrible thing? Just whilst you're on a sort of high, I'll just, bring you right back down again.
I feel like I have it right now. Right now. No, I do. And I think it's because I had, like, coming up to this tax year, when that ends, that will be the highest I've ever earned. And I think it's the beginning of a new tax year. I'm always like, what
Yeah.
if this year's the one I drop off and I have to do something else?
Oh, I tell you, Stan
which
Chow.
is really scary.
Do you know Stan Chow, the illustrator? He does all the portraits for the New Yorker.
No, I don't know if that's really bad.
No, it's not bad at all. He's up in Manchester. He won't mind. Actually, it'll do him some good. He's already got a massive head. You'll have to listen. You'll have to listen to another episode to understand the joke there. But no, he sort of says I don't know how old you are now, Stan. I daren't say, just in case I get it massively wrong. But he's a little bit older than you.
Okay.
He's been in it for a while, and he's hoping to retire soon. But I was asking him, you've got all this success and you sell these amazing portraits and everything, and do you ever get the freelancer fee? And he's like, oh, every day. That's why I'm always busy.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always working. And I was thinking about this. I'm the same, because you never know when the work's going to dry up, or when, I don't know, the old chestnut, when am I going to get found out? Do you ever have that? Do you ever think, when are they going to realise I don't know what I'm doing?
No, I don't even know if it's that. I think it's just like, I get really scared of this sounds so annoying. I think it's too like social media.
Oh, I hate social media.
But it's just like the fear of like not being relevant anymore. And I know that this industry, there's so many people that like, I always get that fear as well of the new designers time of year, when there's like a flood of new illustrators that come in.
Screw those young young people.
So, oh no, what if these new
talent.
people come in and they replace me? I'm so scared.
But they'll be really reassured by that, because they will be looking at people like you and thinking, God, I'll never be as good as Anna Jax or Stan Chow or whoever.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, worried about going into the working world, and they'll be in that kind of scenario that you were in only, very recently, and they'll be thinking, God, how am I going to make a living out of this? And and there you will be like shouting on the sideline saying, get back!
You're ruining my moment. You're scaring me.
Yeah, I think we all worry about that.
Yeah.
The next generation coming up beneath us, because you've always got to stay relevant. I was talking to Anthony Burrell about this. He said, you always worry that you're going to get left behind. So that's why you've always got to keep working. It's the kind of, unfortunately, the way it is if you're an artist and you make art for a living. Would you call yourself an artist or an illustrator?
No, just an illustrator.
Right.
I used to say muralist for a little bit as well, because I've done a few murals.
Murals.
My auntie always says Muriel, and I think it's funny. Slowly I'm saying it, which is annoying, because every time she does it, I'm like, so I don't say the word. But actually, for a long time I thought I really wanted to do murals. And I do enjoy them, but they're far more labour intensive than I ever gave credit for.
You're also putting yourself in a bit of a box, aren't you? So it means you're kind of saying, oh, well, I don't do all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So you're better off keeping yourself general.
Open, yeah.
But
it's just really, really hard. And like my brain isn't wired to do numbers or maths. So like I've never done it with the projector, because I know a lot of people do that, where they have the projector and they kind of like pencil.
Oh yes, they trace it,
on the
don't
wall.
they? And then they'll go for it.
Yeah, which I think is a safer bet. Whereas I say we because I always have to get someone to help, but sort of like map it out on Photoshop and have all of the dimensions, and then you have to try and. I hate it. I can't do it. It's so hard. It's really hard. But yeah, illustrator is probably.
So what have you learned the most in your first year of running a business? What's been the biggest thing that you can help other people who are thinking about going freelance themselves?
I think, I don't know. I find it really, really hard for just in the first year. I think because I graduated in 2015. So even though I'm freelancing full time now, it's been like a long stretch of.
Because did you save like some money before you sort of...
I've just been saving since I was in uni. Like all the maintenance grants I ever got, I just put in the bank.
Wow.
Because I was scared. Because I was working at the same time, so I could put that away.
Was this in the fish and chip shop?
It was, in the fish and chip shop. And then, like, when you're in university, you get so in England, you get your student loan. But if you're from the Isle of Man, this is going to annoy so many people. you get your education paid for, basically, by the Isle of Man.
Right, that's it. We're all going to the Isle of Man. Come on.
And then,
let's get a coat. Come on.
And then they pay you a maintenance grant to live off of per term.
Is the condition that you go home one day?
Probably somewhere in a small
repopulate the island.
So those checks, I used to just like, obviously at the beginning you kind of fritter them away, but eventually I just started putting them away, saving them, because I was like, it's just money that I wouldn't have otherwise.
It's very sensible.
Yeah.
I wish I could have done the same. I was very silly with money.
As my mum and dad's forcing, there's no money tree. That's like the one thing it was like constantly said. But yeah, no, I think just to be consistent, which is a hard thing to say when it feels difficult, but I would always be sending emails out and like bothering people.
Marketing.
Marketing.
It's all about contacts, isn't it? And I think that's another good reason to be in somewhere like Bristol.
Yeah.
Maybe just to establish yourself. I'm not suggesting that everybody has to leave their lovely idyllic countryside places behind.
I don't think that's necessary, because I used to do mail outs from Falmouth and stuff, and I'd always get people interested. I'd have to go to London quite regularly, which was a bit expensive.
Yeah,
but at least it was like people were still interested.
Yeah, I mean, you can tap into these creative hubs without living there. You can travel to Bristol, you can go to Birmingham, you can go to the Birmingham Design Festival, Design Manchester, you can go to Leeds. Hopefully there's going to be a Leeds Design Festival soon, but that's, top secret. And all these kind of things that are happening all over the country, and with social media, as much as we sometimes hate it, it can be amazing for building up a network online.
For sure.
I mean, I don't think I would have been able to build Creative Boom if it hadn't been for Twitter, for example. But yeah, going back to social media, by the way, that has probably been, like, Instagram has probably been a big kind of tick in terms of your marketing.
Yeah.
But you must suffer like I do sometimes and just think, oh, I don't like Instagram.
I hate it.
Do you? Do you really hate
really
it?
hate it.
That's
I
a
hate
strong
it.
word.
It makes me so sad.
It causes a lot of anxiety, doesn't it?
It really does affect me. And I think...
Is it the missing out? Is it the FOMO?
No, it's not the FOMO at all. I think it's just... It's maybe it's not that I hate Instagram. So it's not that I hate Instagram. I think it's the pressure you feel to constantly be there and be in a space where you need to stay relevant and like...
Because as soon as you open it up, there's a ton of amazing work on there.
There's so much amazing work, and that's not... I don't even know. It's not even the other people that are the problem. I think it's just me feeling like... I got really caught up in always having to upload like weekly, or having to upload a certain time, or having to upload a particular image to get likes, and then
and when the likes didn't come as much as they used to.
And then not creating work that actually I wanted to create. It's just because I thought that maybe this would get some...
But mainly
attention.
It's in our heads, isn't it?
So it's actually not Instagram, it's me. I hate me. No, I just hate the premise of like religiously having to be on there, and I've wound that back a lot now.
Yeah.
And so I enjoy it a lot more now.
Good.
But
it's insane to think that an app can do that to us.
It is, and I hate that. But I prefer Twitter.
Yeah.
I love Twitter because like there's more... I feel as though you make friends on Twitter.
Yeah.
And there's more of a help. Like you can sort of ask, how do I do this? Or something's wrong, I'm not feeling this, can you help me out? And loads of people reply and give you advice. And I really like that side of Twitter.
It's really supportive. It can have a sort of negative tinge sometimes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But the nice thing about that is you can just unfollow people, mute them, move away from certain characters. And there are a few characters in the creative industries who have kind of secretly muted over the years because, we all want to have a rant about anything, this, that and everything.
I mean, I've done it sometimes and I've said things and I've tweeted it and then I've been like, no one's going to see this. And then you get loads of people reply.
Yeah. And
I had someone angry at me because I hadn't followed them back.
Oh, it's horrible.
And I just thought, well, what?
I had
the assumption that I must follow you back. Like, what? I just don't...
And it's not like you kind of constantly spend your whole life on Twitter and you not following them does not mean you don't like them.
No.
You've just...
It's just I don't want my...
busy.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. And
it's not your kind of main focus.
But also I do appreciate the importance of Instagram, so I keep it. And I do upload regularly because I know that people look on there. Like there was a talk I went to once with someone from Handsome Frank there. I think it was Amy was there.
Yeah.
Amy Reed, is she?
Oh gosh, now you're really testing me.
And she
this is my problem. I deal with so many emails and so many people. It's really hard to.
And she said that they look on Instagram a lot for illustrators. So people are obviously doing it. It's just that I've never. I spoke about this at that AOI panel discussion I did last week, and I think Tom mentioned it as well. We've never had a client outright say that they found us on Instagram.
No.
So I don't really worry about it too much anymore.
Good. I think it's kind of a credibility checker. It's almost become another credibility checker as a website. So like, whereas in the past, before Instagram became popular, a potential client or a potential, illustration agency would look you up. They would look for a website, right? They would look for a portfolio. But now they might just also look for Instagram to see what you're doing on there. So it's kind of another thing to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've noticed as well, whenever I sort of share things on Twitter, when I look for people's Twitter names, a lot of people on Twitter aren't on Twitter, whether they never were or they've left or, whatever. So I'm kind of like, oh, I was going to copy them in, but they're not on there. And then when I look on their website, I see that they're still on Instagram. And that's the only thing that a lot of these people are showing now. That and Behance.
I've never had Behance.
No, I've got an account on there, an ancient account, but mainly because back in the day when I was first starting up Creative Boom, it was a really good way of finding people to write about. And I would just message about 10 people every day and say, it'd be great to write about you. Can I put you on there?
A lot of people my master's was mainly built up of international students, and a couple of the students from there who were from Europe had Behance, and they were like flabbergasted that I didn't have a Behance. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you not on there? And so I don't know whether a lot of clients and places over in there use Behance. I don't know.
It's very different wherever you go. I mean, I bet in Australia as well there's like something big over there that we just don't know about. It's very different from country to country, and I wonder what they're using in India. We've got a big.
I feel like LinkedIn is big in India. I always have a lot of people on LinkedIn add me from India. Yeah,
we've got a very fast growing audience in India.
Yeah.
So I'm wanting to sort of look at that next.
Oh, cool.
And see whether I can go to one of their kind of conferences and get to know. It's very difficult running something like Creative Boom.
Yeah.
I kind of think I should have just kept it to the UK sometimes, but there's just so much wonderful creativity
you're
out
always
there.
going to get people listening or like reading from
I love it.
outside of the UK. Though,
I love it. I love going on Google Analytics and really annoying husband Tom, who's had it now for probably 10 and a half years. And I'll be like, Tom, we've got somebody listening in Brazil. Or watching, rather. God, I'm so into the podcast at the moment. I keep forgetting that I've actually got a magazine as well. It's really nice. It's really nice to be able to do what we do and to have this presence online. I mean, as much as we sometimes moan about these platforms and the negative impact, especially impact on mental health that they can have, for the most part, they're very positive. I think as humans, as long as we remember to just treat them as what they are.
Yeah, and I think more people are like beginning to do that now as well. I think with the beginning of Instagram, there was a lot of that pressure. I'm not so. The more people I talk to about it now, the more people are just like, nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I just approach it every now and again, and then I leave. I don't know that many people who are like super into it as much as it was at the beginning.
Yeah.
But
do you think it's going to sort of have it? Do you think it's on the?
I don't know. We were talking about this in the studio the other day.
Yeah, we were.
I don't know because
what would replace it?
I've got no idea. Do you remember that last year there was a weird app that tried to replace it, and loads of people were advertising it. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, what was it called?
And loads of people were posting, like loads of illustrators, like download this. This is going to be the new thing, and then it just disappeared. It never surfaced.
I think I know which one you mean. I think I'm on there. I've got an account on there and I can't even remember what
it as well, but nothing ever came from it. No. And I can't remember what it was, but I think Instagram will be around for a long time.
I do have a friend who's on there, Mark, Super Fried. He got me onto it and I think he's got about 25,000 followers on there. And he said he's got work from it.
So it's a thing?
Yeah,
oh, right.
Apparently.
It just disappeared.
Now I've just made you feel anxious. You're like, shit, no. I need to get on there. That's another thing to worry about.
I can't do another thing.
This is the thing. I think everybody's just a bit exhausted by it all. And I feel like there's a change in the air as well. I keep saying this in my podcast episodes. I feel like people are just fed up with the, you know, all these weird jobs that we've given ourselves. They're fed up with the hustle. They're fed up with constantly having to work.
The word hustle just drives me.
Oh, I know. I think I've guiltily used the word hustle in the past. I think we all have back when we were deluded maybe 5 years ago, thinking we've all got to work really hard, and it's not the case at all. And now the conversations about mental health and making sure that we remember to breathe and live, and
which is so important.
Exercise and go and see movies and read books and just go and see family.
Yeah,
you know, all these things that
are
normal.
You work better. You just work better. Like I find even when I go in, if I go in from like say 10 till 4, I'm doing a way more productive day than I am from 9 till 5.
Sure.
Because I sit there and I don't know what I do. Well, I don't know what I do. But I find something to do that isn't work. Yeah. Just sit there.
You were going to have a very productive day today, but I rocked up.
No, it's all right. I've got a stressful day today.
Oh, no.
I've got a really stressful day.
What have you got to do?
So I don't know when this is coming out.
This is coming out probably, I don't know actually. I'm kind of still figuring out season 1.
So it won't be like...
Because my husband was like, are you sure you're going to do seasons? Do you want to just like keep going?
Seasons are fun.
I like seasons.
Yeah.
Because then they're nice chunks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because what I was thinking of doing is having a July-August break.
Yeah.
And then coming back in September.
I think it's nice.
I'm like you. I'm like, oh, does that mean I'm going to get left behind? But then I'm like, hang on a minute. I didn't start this for like major numbers or anything. I just started this as a kind of personal project and to get out and meet people and just have a really good excuse to go off in the camper van, to be honest.
That's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's really
I think
good.
that's the right attitude to have.
Yeah, I do as well.
Because my friend, and Lauren won't mind me saying this, she said, what's the plan? Because she's very business-minded.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very smart woman. She said, what's the plan here? What do you intend to do? And I was like, I'm just going to have fun. She was like, but don't you want to like, you know, make this be as popular as possible?
Yeah.
And get to the top of the charts. And I was like, nah, not really.
I think it's nice to just keep it like a nice fun thing. And then
Just
if it
gonna be
gets there and that's good.
Yeah, exactly. The most important thing, I think, from everything I've learned in the last year, moving forward, is if you're doing something you love for a living and you're making a decent living and you're kind of, you're making sure that you've got a good work-life balance and you're keeping off social media and using it productively, but not becoming obsessed with it, which is something we can all do. We all fall into the trap of constant refreshing and scrolling. I mean, the things are designed to get us addicted, aren't they? Right? And if we're remembering to get out and see our friends and family and do all these things, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just take the pressure off. Don't listen to that rhetoric that's out there that's saying, you know, you've got to do this. You've got to live your best life, man. It's like, fuck off. We're just going to relax over here. We're going to make some beautiful creative things for a living, whether it's a podcast or an illustration or a mural.
Muriel. Yeah, that is actually kind of American. Why did you do that? Muriel. That's what she says it. Muriel.
So what will you be...
So I've been working with 57 festivals on doing like the new visual identity for the Bristol Comedy Garden.
Amazing.
And that's also the Greenwich and the Brighton Festival, which is really cool because it looks completely different to the rest of my portfolio, which is really exciting.
That's going to open up a world of opportunity.
Yeah, I hope it will, because I've really been trying to break into Asia. And it's hard. Yeah. And I'm hoping that this project will hopefully get some interest from there.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more weird creatures and plants and maybe cute but silly things, which
sounds amazing.
Most of my portfolio is sort of like fashionable women and silhouettes and all that stuff. So I'm excited to release it, but I'm a bit about how there's going to be a response. But
it's pushing you out of your comfort zone.
It is, yeah. But it also, I had to like help out massively with the design of the poster, which is something that I'm not experienced in at all, like design.
Yeah.
And then today I'm meeting with the site decor person, and we are designing all the decor for the festival site, which is really cool. So we're designing like the bar fronts and the entrance and the toilets, and which is really good, but I'm a bit stressed about it. So,
all right, well,
because it's going to be like a long think it's going to be like a 6-hour
Good grief.
thing of
But when it's
hammering
all
through it
finished and you stand back and you're there and you're looking at it all.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited.
And there's obviously going to be somebody that takes loads of beautiful photographs. You're going to make sure that you get that done so you can put it on your portfolio and put it on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm really excited for that.
And what else can we expect from Anna Jax in the next year or so?
I have done loads of new work with Lush, which is really exciting.
Oh, is that the bath company?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm really excited because I did a personal project that was aimed at Lush last year. That was basically just like on Instagram tagging like, hello, I want to work with you.
But it worked.
It worked. And it did work probably because I just signed with JSR and they had that contact, but it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have some new products coming out with them.
Wow.
I don't know when they're coming out. They probably roll out throughout the year. And I've got nothing at the moment, but I'm hoping some more stuff is going to come out. I've done some stuff in France for like a cafe, and the pictures need to come out for that, but they haven't come out for that yet. That's very slow.
Yeah, sometimes these projects can just...
Yeah. Everything I've been working on has just been really, really slow. So I've been really busy, but have nothing to show because the release dates are just waiting.
Yeah.
Which is
that's
annoying.
The pain of being an artist, an illustrator.
But yeah, don't know what the rest is. I think we're going to try and focus on product and packaging.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've been approached by like really fun companies since signing with both the agencies that most of them are like brands or packaging things. So I'm hoping that's the way it's going to go.
And one final question so that you can go off and go and see this amazing site which you're going to help decorate. What movie are you going to go and see next?
Oh no, do you know what so there's nothing good. I don't think there's anything that good that we want to see at the moment.
Yeah.
And we went and watched The Invisible Man.
Oh, how bad was it?
Oh, it was really bad. We went and watched it last night.
Was it so bad that it was good?
It was like entertaining because it was a bit naff. But it was just, I don't know, I really didn't like that. You know, halfway through when you think I could actually probably leave and it would be fine.
But you just actually sat there.
But we sat there and watched it. I mean, it was a bit silly and it was kind of like, it wasn't meant to be silly, definitely. It was entertaining enough. I don't know what's next. I don't know.
I think sticking and watching a movie like that shows strength of character and a kind of sensitivity and respect for the people involved in that production of that film. I think that says a lot about you, Anna Jax.
Stick anything out. Yeah, maybe.
Well, thank you so much for having a chat with me on this lovely sunny Bristol day.
Thank you. I know, the sun's like...
Are you going to walk me back out down the hill?
I will.
Thank God it's down the hill this time.
It is down the hill.
Thanks so much.
That's okay. Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to the Creative Boom podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe or leave us a review. Go to creativeboom.com/podcast to find out more. You can also follow us on Twitter at Creative Boom or myself at Katie L. Cowan.